machinery, happy hundreds, and snaky celebrations. All this and more as the Stafford Weekly News starts now. Welcome to the Friday, February 7th edition of the Stafford Weekly News. I'm Randall Williams. Every new year brings with it the annual town hall meeting, where city government and citizens get together to discuss the previous year and future goals. This year, though, was a little different. Every January, Stafford holds its annual town meeting to recap the year for citizens and outline goals for the future. But that meeting is available on the channel. What we're doing here is going into the making of the broadcast. If you watched or attended the meeting in past years, the first thing you would notice is a change of venue. The meeting had been held at the Stafford Civic Center countless times, which always entailed moving in tons of machinery, cameras, and cables to accomplish. SMSD's boardroom in the Scarcella Administration Building, however, was made for broadcasting meetings, and with the addition of tables, was an ideal substitute. Then all that remained was the meeting itself.
Thank you all for being here. Agenda item number 5.
Breaking down the equipment after this meeting at the Civic Center took a half a day. At the Administration Building, it was more like an hour. And so, we have it for another year. For Stafford Weekly News, this is Randall Williams. Basketball Bonanza, next.
In Stafford, diversity is not just a number, it's who we are.
When you are here, you become part of the story.
You can sleep well knowing we're always on the job and looking out for you.
It's a great place for growth and opportunity.
Tradition starts here.
We teach your children and we stick around for your grandchildren.
We are one. We are Stafford.
This is the city of Stafford, and we are one.
Getting to 100 is a laudable goal for most things. Dollars, age, test scores. How about 100 days of school? Is that worth celebrating? Well, these kids sure think so.
So today here at Stafford Early Childhood Center, we celebrated our 100th day of school. And we were so excited to see all the special projects that the students brought in, that their parents helped them with, from 100 balloons to buttons to students dressed up like 100-year-old men and women. We were so excited to see how the students represented, or how they chose to represent 100. That is one of the skills that all students must acquire from pre-K3 all the way up to kindergarten, being able to rote count to 100, as well as demonstrate it through one-to-one correspondence. So we were again, excited to see how the parents collaborated with their students to bring in those creative projects. One of the cutest representations of 100 was a little young girl that came in dressed as a 100-year-old woman with her glasses on and her gray hair and curlers with her cane, and she was so in character, even walking like what we would think a 100-year-old would walk like. And I think she stole the judges' hearts. And we had a student with 100 mustaches, and then another student with a baseball bat with 100 items on it. Again, it was just so fun to see how the parents work with their children to find those 100 objects. So the teachers also had an amazing time participating, and our teachers are very competitive, and they were wanting their class to win. And the student that won, her particular class, will get 100 pencils, so that each student in the class will have a prize. But the teachers were so engaged as well and worked with the students in the classroom. That's where the instruction is, in helping them actually be able to get to that 100. But their competitive nature did come out today as well. This activity also allowed us to continue with our We Are One initiative by involving individuals from all across the campus to come and be our judges. We had staff members from central office, we had someone from the nutrition department, from grants and special programs. We even had one of our very own board members that took time out to come in and judge our students. And we want to definitely say a big thank you to them, because we wouldn't be able to put on an event like this if we didn't have the support of all of our stakeholders.
The Stafford Early Childhood Center also had a HABC Teacher of the Year, so let's meet Latoya Davis.
I am deeply honored to be recognized as HABC Teacher of the Year for my campus. HABC stands for Houston Area Alliance of Black School Educators. I want to give a special thank you to my campus principal for seeing something in me to even put me in a panel as a candidate to receive this award. So thank you to my principal, Ms. Twyla Hines, for seeing all of the hard work that I'm doing in the classroom and allowed me this opportunity to be recognized as our campus HABC Teacher of the Year. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Stafford Early Childhood Center. This is my third year teaching kindergarten and with Stafford Municipal School District. I have been working with Stafford for 5 years. So coming from second grade down to kindergarten has truly been, it don't seem like a lot of developmental stage difference, but it truly is. I thrive off watching my students learn, get excited about learning. In kindergarten, they're curious. They always want to know why and what is this? So you have to be truly prepared to answer all of those questions, allowing the students the opportunity to explore while they're learning. And this just has been a great opportunity. I love building relationships with my students. We love our morning greets. We have circle time. I try to get to know my students so I can figure out how can I approach them, because every student is different. So my foundation of my classroom is truly getting to know my students, allowing those social opportunities to tie into their academics. I think my group, each year is different, but this has been truly a great challenging group in a good way, because I've seen major growth. You know, I have some students started off with me, didn't know any letters and letter sounds, but they are saying those letters and letter sounds, and we're on to blending and reading. So I'm very truly excited about this group and how we're going to end 2024-2025 school year. I'm often asked what drives my instruction. I can truly say I teach how I want my own children to be taught. I come in every day and I put my best foot forward, giving these students all that I have, because they deserve an opportunity to learn like every other kid. Doesn't matter demographics, it doesn't matter whether it's a Title I school or not. Every child deserves the best education that each teacher can bring forward with all their resources and collaboration with colleagues and our administrative team. So it truly takes a village to do what I'm doing in my classroom. I decide to use all of my resources to make it happen. So if achieving along the way comes with it, I am definitely excited about everything that happens in my classroom. I'm very passionate about what I do in the classroom, and I truly love it. I'm a coach at heart. I'm a retired cheerleader coach, so I'm always coaching my students. We always have chants, we're always moving, we're always just having a good time, and you know, we encourage each other, and we G-double-O-D, J-O-B, good job, good job. So we always have like these little fun chants to kind of get the students involved, actively engaged, to get their bodies moving, and just truly having a good time, bringing that fun into learning, so the kids can grow in their own special way.
For this week's athletic recap, let's visit Stafford Middle School basketball versus El Campo with a final score of 37-33. As we approach the 40th anniversary of SMSD's first graduating class, let's take a look at the district's very beginning, with appropriately, another historical event. As we near a major anniversary for SMSD, we look back at the district's origin, and who better to tell it than then Mayor Leonard Scarcella at, appropriately enough, a ceremony to install a historic marker commemorating the event.
This school district has a most intriguing, gratifying, and compelling story behind it. It all started in 1976. There was a little article in the newspaper that said Fort Bend ISD to discontinue busing children to their schools if they are within 2 miles of their schools. That affected many of our children, most of them poor, a lot of them young, and certainly with no means to get to school. If the family truck took off to the job at 6 o'clock in the morning, it was freezing rain, and they had to walk across busy intersections, railroad tracks, and ultimately to try to get to school. It was much too much to ask of these youngsters. So we went to the Fort Bend ISD Board of Trustees and said, please reconsider your decision, because it's going to create tremendous problems, and it's going to deprive some of our neediest and most entitled youngsters to an education. But we literally pleaded to Fort Bend ISD to reinstate their busing and to bus the children of Stafford, because they had some of the most adverse circumstances to overcome in view of that decision. The president of the school board rather cavalierly said, if you don't like what we're doing, do it yourself. And that was the end of the meeting. What he didn't realize was when he said do it yourself, he created a spark. And it was not that we were going to provide buses for those children. If we were going to do it ourselves, we were going to do the whole darn thing. So in July of that year, we had a meeting and we announced that we were going to consider creation of the Stafford Municipal School District. Our attorney, Charlie Machuca, had found an old law dating way back and said, Mayor, I think this will work. And it required 50 signatures, not 50%, 50 signatures from Stafford citizens to take over the free schools in Fort Bend County. In December, right before Christmas, we got a petition with 50 names to have an election to create the Stafford Municipal School District. We called the election and was ready to go, and Fort Bend ISD went to state court and filed an injunction against us doing that. We all had to go to Bay City, and we took buses before Judge G. Party. And after about 2 hours, the judge said, y'all can go ahead. So this is what democracy is all about. Fort Bend ISD was infuriated. The election went forward and it passed by an overwhelming, over 70% of the people voted in favor of it.
For Spartan Spotlight, this is Randall Williams. Snakes invade campus. Next.
You can try, but you won't find another city like Stafford, Texas.
Serving our community just like you like it.
Taking care of you and your home since 1945.
We believe in STEM to learn and STEM to earn.
We're heading into college certified and career ready.
As a former student of Stafford, I take pride in keeping our classrooms safe.
We are Stafford, we are one.
Happy New Year, everybody. Now, not just 2025 either. Last week was the Lunar New Year, celebrated by Asian countries, and it's now the year of the snake.
Hello everyone! Today is Chinese Lunar New Year. I'm here in the ECC celebrating Lunar New Year with all 245 kids. I'm so excited to tell them about the culture, what's the reason for Lunar New Year. Actually, it's a different country have a moon calendar. So moon calendar, today is an annual Lunar New Year. This is very special year of a snake. So spring will bring hope and opportunity to everyone. So I wish everybody have a happy new year. We give away red envelope for luck and also some lucky symbols. So all the students got some. So I want to wish everyone happy new year and best wish for all entire year. Thank you.
Kuai Lu, and that means Happy New Year in Chinese. Today, we celebrated Lunar New Year here at Stafford Early Childhood Center, where we welcome several special guests, including Stafford STEM Magnet Academy's Lion Dance team, as well as Mayor Pro Tem Alice Chen and special guest educator Miss Bond to come and do a read aloud for our students. Throughout this program, our students had a chance to learn about the many different customs and traditions of the Lunar New Year event, which is celebrated across many different countries within the continent of Asia. During today's performance, the students had an opportunity to see the Dragon Dance, which was an electrifying performance featuring students from Stafford STEM Magnet, where they got to dance across the stage and then all the way through the audience in order for the students to really get a close-up feel of the excitement and energy that is surrounding Lunar New Year. Mayor Pro Tem Chen stopped by to teach our students several different expressions in Chinese, including the Xinyan Kuai Lu expression, as well as teaching them the concept of giving money to individuals during the celebration. We also got to hear from Miss Bond, who conducted a read aloud, which educated students on the different customs and traditions. Our students definitely loved the read aloud in being able to draw comparisons between what they celebrate during the American version of our New Year celebration to the Lunar New Year celebration traditions.
That's a wrap on our news for this week. Thank you for joining us. For everyone here at Stafford Weekly News, I'm Randall Williams. May all your news be good news. This program was produced on the Stafford campus of Houston Community College.